the neon lights, we take a stand. Knights and wizards across the land. Monsters lurking in the night. Heroes ready for the fight. Dice are clattering on the wood. Storylines misunderstood. Get the latest buzz from afar. Tabletops bursting like a star. No rules, just might and magic dust. In these worlds we place our trust.
Good morning and welcome. It's time for some tabletop role-playing game news. Congratulations, whoever might be on the list, because the nominees for the 2025 Ennies are up. Not that the Ennies really mean anything anymore, or do they? I mean, it really depends. You know, they were off for a few years, and then last year they were back on with nominating SHADOWDARK for an unprecedented 7 awards. I don't remember. But Kelsey doesn't really have a product up for nomination this year, so it'll be interesting to see who is filling the gap and how much of it is rose-colored, candy-sparkled 5e crap. All right, for Judges Spotlight winners, we have Amelia Antim, Punk is Dead, a post-apocalyptic songwriting tabletop role-playing game. Punk is Dead. Letters from the Dark, Volume 6, Lucky Stars, from Joe Blankenship. Tom Cantwell, Let's Build a Tower, a mythic Bronze Age adventure. Christopher Gath for Darkhaven from GUI Cube, and Clayton Nostris from Heroes of Corellia. I have not heard of any of those. Best Adventure. We're going to skip the boring ones, you know, like stuff. Best Adventure Longfor, Crown of Salt. Gilzid, Cursed Curiosities. Hamill's House of Oddities. Those are the exact same thing. Isle of Joy and The Shriek. Haven't heard any of those. Best Adventure Short Forward. Nevermore, Grimwald Adventure, Sweet Revenge, The Dreamshire, The Mall Remastered from Space Penguin, Tides of Rot. I've heard of Space Penguin, the company, but none of those I've heard of. Best Aid, don't care. Best Aid Accessory, don't care. Best Art, Darkened Hills and Dale. Farewell to Arms. You mean the book? Or is there a game called Farewell to Arms? MIR? The Hidden Isle, and Yazba's Bed and Breakfast. Well, there's our first. Well, actually, we have a few comfy sparklies already on here, which is not encouraging. We've got Grizzled's Cursed Curiosities. That's one. Hamill's House of Oddities at 2. Cursed Curiosities and House of Oddities, literally the same thing. The Mall Remastered. There's another one. That's 3. Yazbiz's Bed and Breakfast, that's 4. Best Art Interior, Mark Switches of the Forgotten Doggerland. Mystic Bastions, there's one I've heard of, and apps I think is worth it, but it won't. The Deck of Many Things. Oh, I'm sorry, Yoshi, you can't make a Deck of Many Things because Mackenzie Des Armes invented it. So you need to be careful there, sir. The Painted Wastelands from Agamemnon. Zephyr Core Box. Cartography. Land of M. We just got that one, saw that one. I'm curious about that one. Pendragon, yeah. Map of King Arthur's Britain, yeah. Revolt, The One Wing, the new map of Moria. Have you seen that guy's map? That is an amazing map. Wonderland, fantasy role-playing setting. Best community content, don't care. Best family game, do we care? Dungeon Cats, Larn of Erm from Exalted Funeral. Let's Go to Rumio. Sweet Pop, Tales from a Fantasy Tavern. There's 5. Yazbir's Bed and Breakfast. God, I have a feeling Yazbir's Bed and Breakfast is going to win Game of the Year. Best free game, Garbage and Glory. Grimwald. Helen of Blue Ridge. That's 6. Slay and Plunder. Teeth, The False Kingdom. Best game, His Majesty's Worm from Exalted Funeral. Never heard of it. Last Train to Bierman from Cario Ascension. Never heard of it. The Monty Python Thing. Heard of it. I mean, I'd be okay if that one best game of the year. It would prove that the Ennies are a joke if that won, but sure. The Last Cavern. Nope. Triangle Agency. Heard of it. I don't know if it, don't know enough about it to think it's been out for a while, Ennies. I'm not sure it nominates for best game of 2024, 2025 when it came out in like 2022, but whatever. Things are not looking good. Best layout and design, don't care. Best monster, don't care. Best online content, don't care. Best production, don't care. Best RPG related product, we don't care. Best rules, Dawn of the Orcs, His Majesty the Worm, Memento Mori core book, Triangle Agency, and Wilderfest. Wilderfest is another one in the Sparkle Troll. Dawn of the Orcs, hey, another neat nominee for His Majesty the Worm. The only one on here I've heard of is Triangle Agency, and it's not a new game. Best setting, Call of Cthulhu, of course. Doom Song, RuneQuest, of course. Settlers of the Dead God, and The Painted Wasterlands. Best streaming, don't care. Best supplement, Mothership, Outgun, yes. Starcrust Love Letters, no. The One Ring Moria Through the Doors of Durin, amazing product, looks amazing. Best writing, The Monty Python Thing, wow. The Bird Oracle, that's 8. The Details of Our Escape, Triangle Agency, looks like Triangle Agency is knocking it out of the park, and Yazbiz's Bad and Breakfast. God help us if that wins. Product of the Year, Doom Song from Caesar Inc., Land of Deluxe Box Set, Memento Mori, Deathless Tradition, Monty Python Thing, Mystic Bastion. Yes, congratulations, Mystic Bastion. Revolt, The Last Caravan, The One Ring, the Triangle Agency, and Yasmin Bed and Breakfast. Obviously, Yasmin Bed and Breakfast will not be getting any of my nominations. I'm sure there is an audience for that. I know comfy games are cool. Comfy games are fun. Comfy games, dude, there's nothing wrong with comfy games, but I mean, I personally don't feel it's best game of the year. But you know, the ENnie Awards had a good run. Then they fell into the darkness, the Sparkle Trolls, and then it looked like they were sticking their heads out of the pool last year with all the nominees for some OSR stuff, including Kelsey and SHADOWDARK kicking ass. And now this year, it looks like they're playing it safe again. We've got a good combination of normal games. We've got a good combination of really extreme weird games like Electric Bastion, Mystic Bastions, and then we've got the Sparkle Troll games like Yazbiz's Bed and Breakfast, which if any game should win, it's either going to be the Monty Python one or Yazbiz. This is the Monty Python game wins. It proves that the Ennies is a joke doesn't know that it's a joke anymore. And if Yazbiz's Bed and Breakfast wins, then it proves that the Ennies have become what we're afraid that would become. Or they could, I'd rather Triangle Agency, One Ring, or Mystic Bastion win, because then it proves that they actually care about the actual game product and the actually gaming community. But I have a feeling Yazbiz is going to win, and that's just going to prove every negative thing we've been saying about the Ennies for the past 8 years, which is sad, because that's, ShadowDark deserved it. And when, Tales from the Loop won, it deserved it. I don't know if games like Yazbiz deserve it, but we know that's the comfortable, safe choice right now, because that's the direction people think gaming is going to go. And well, there always has been comfy games. I mean, Mouse Sitter, Tales from Redwall, Bunnies and Burrows, right? And there always will be comfy games. They're a niche within a niche within a niche. It's like my game being nominated for Product of the Year. If like somebody nominated Vigilantes for ShadowDark for Product of the Year, I'd be incredibly flattered, but then I'd be like, are you kidding? My game? It's a niche within a niche within a niche. There's like 5 people who have bought it. No, they're much better games deserving than my game. Not that I wouldn't turn it down if you guys nominated my game, but yeah. That said, let me just set aside all my sarcasm and all my nastiness and all my, whatever. Just like, hey, congratulations for getting nominated. Yazbiz's Bed and Breakfast, Possum Creek Games. It might be not a game for me, but you do have a target audience, and obviously there's something about your game that is worthy of the attention of the Ennies. So despite all my doom and gloom grumpiness, I wish you all the best. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe we'll take comfy games and to mend the rift in the hobby. And, maybe let's get back to just playing games where we're just, hey, let's just play some mice who are just trying to feed their family for the winter and just have some cute, fun, harmless gaming for a couple hours and just forget the problems of the world and just bring the community back together like it used to be in the 80s and 90s, in early 2000s, the pre-Carrion Eater years. maybe I'm completely wrong, and it'll be games like Yasbis that will spell out the future. And maybe these are excellent games. I mean, maybe I should, put my money where my mouth is and actually try it. So, hey, Possum Creek, want to send me a copy to review? I'd be happy to. And maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'll go through it and go, oh my God, this is the best game ever. Fuck ShadowDark. This is the game of the year. I don't know. I wish them, I know people are going to give them a crap. But I wish them all the best, despite all the negative things I've said. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do win. But I think if they do win, they'd be winning for the wrong reason. They wouldn't be winning because it's an excellent game. They'd be winning because it's the safe choice for the current Sparkle Troll virtual signaling audience. And that shouldn't be a quantity. You shouldn't be the quantifier. You should not be weaponizing my disability. You should not be weaponizing my sexuality. You should not be weaponizing these things to the forced virtue signaling. You can't force it. It's just like horror and comedy. You can't force horror. You can't force comedy. It has to happen naturally. So if you just were celebrating the game because it's a really well put out together game, and the message is in there, but it's not why it's being nominated. If you could tell me, I would nominate this game no matter what. Great, and I hope that's the reason why. So my negativity aside, again, yeah, let's hope that it is a good game, and that it is being nominated because it is a good game, not because of virtue signaling, Sparkle Troll nonsense. Maybe I would like this. I mean, I appreciate representation as much as the next one, but I don't like it being weaponized. It could just be, hey, we know this company supports X, but that's not the reason why I'm buying the game. I'm buying the game because it's an excellent game. And with so many comfy, cozy bed and breakfast, Redwall type games, Bunny and Burrows 2025 out there, I want to buy your game because it's the best of those, not because it fills the notches for, whatever. I've probably dug my hole way too deep with all my nonsense. So those are the nominees. Agree, disagree? Who's your nominee? Who would you like to see replace on the list? Do you even care? Do the ennies even matter anymore? I know a large chunk of us are like, no, they don't matter anymore. But what do you think? I still like reading them and still hope that one day one of my products will be nominated. Most ridiculous product of the year, the oggm stuff. That guy's a no talent loser. Yeah. I was like, at least I got nominated.
Roll the dice and ride the wave. Quest and dragons, the news we crave. Under neon lights we take a stand. Knights and wizards across the land.